Hello and welcome back to Stranded Deep. You join us once more in the map editor where we are creating our archipelago. Last time we were working on this cave, so what we've done is we've broken up the map tile. If we go up into the air, we've broken up the map tile into a lot of very small islands. This is the first one we created, so we created a little gully with a little rock bridge. We put some trees and a shipwreck in there, and it looks nice. It looks nice. And at high tide, the water comes in around the boat, which is super nice touch. We've also got a little rowboat, and it is the first island. We'll come back to that before we are done with the map. And then the second one, we threw in a shipwreck under the island itself, or in the island. So there is a shipwreck in here, what we can go and have a look at. Boom. Literally boom, because as soon as the camera is free of any terrain or objects, for some reason it just accelerates like crazy. But last time we were working on this, which is a cave. And so if you are a player and you are walking along the island and you're like doop 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 doop, go into the cave through the little hole, and there is a back end of a shipwreck, and you think, ooh, that's a treasure for me right there. And then you think, ooh, there's something else under there. Oh, it's terrifying because it goes down. It's just perched on the edge of the abyss. How wonderful is that? So what we need to do this time is come back to our cave, which it's open at the top. It's very much open at the top. We have a few holes in there so that a player can walk along, but also die through misadventure, fall off maybe. I don't know. Players will want to walk over the top. They will want to walk inside, and they will want to dive down. But we are going to need to dress this in some way. We're also going to need to do something with the rest of the island because it's largely unfinished. We've created the centerpiece for the table, but now we need to put food there. I guess that's a good description. Taiwanian in the comments was saying, oh, you know, you can just use a bush between the rocks and the cliff. And I'm like, yep, that's the thing. That's the thing we can do now. So if you grab the bush, which still has the old icon, but it's a weird creature. It's kind of a shrubbery, but it's also I don't know. I mean, you can use it to fill in the gaps in the terrain. You don't want it too pokey up, which is a technical term for things, but you also, you can use a little bit of dressing there. It's nice. It really is actually quite a nice thing. And we probably press C and clone it and bring another one in. There we go. There we go. Oh, that's actually worked out quite well because it leaves a central path largely uninhibited. Although the bush model is a solid model, you can just walk up and over it. Let's go over the top. Yeah, the camera's going to have a hard time around here, only because the proximity to objects makes it slow down. It gets very lethargic. It's like, oh, you know what? It's like spending an entire day at work. I do not want to be here, for I am just a camera. I am your only way to see in this world. Nice. So what we're going to do is we're going to press R, do this little rotate because there's some geometry poking through there. I think that's going to work quite well. Fine, go back inside the cave, make sure there's nothing there. We can hold down Shift at this point, which makes the camera speed up. Make sure there's nothing poking through. There's nothing poking through. Boop. Shift is good. Shift will speed the camera up if you really get it stuck, but you don't really want to hold that down too often because you will free yourself of an object's bounding box and then you will shoot off to the sun. And then you'll be like, oh, I did not wish to be in the sun today. I was thinking I would go down to the shops and get some milk. No, I did not think I was going to be on fire though. That's slightly inconvenient. Okay, cool. The other thing we can do is get some trees online because we've got this huge entrance here, and it's that's all right. It's a bit Fortress of Solitude, I guess. Flagistry 2, hello. Actually, one of the things we should do Ooh, hello. Is that gap there? No, I think it's the bottom of the bushes mesh, bushes geometry. We click on terrain and we click back on objects, because when we're dragging stuff in, there is a chance that what you might do is accidentally rotate something in the background. It's not just this. It's not just this game that it happens in. It happens in a lot of programs. You can have it happen in Photoshop. You can have it happen in pretty much anything, really. It's I think it's just something to do with the mouse entry, or the way the mouse is read. Okay, so we're going to put that there. It's a tree. Hello, tree. And what I want is just make sure the branches aren't really truly clipping through anything. They are not. It adds a bunch of greenery to the front of the cave. It does. But it also, this lovely branch that comes out over the edge obscures some of that, some of those cliffs. So you go cliffs and things. Nice. Typically people, well, I'm going to say might not look up. They might not. We're going to press T and hopefully it doesn't snap to anything else. Grab the red bit, just move it out a little bit so it is touching the sand. Yeah, you're not going to get away with it not touching rock here at this point, but it is what it is. It's going to be quite narrow to get things in there. We're not going to go crazy and add another tree, because that would be crazy. What we can do though is find some nice large shrubs, bushes, and throw them in as well. Making sure the bits that you can see as you're running around are going to be... here's a question. Is a player going to be able to... Would a player fall into there and get stuck by the shrubs bounding box? Would he get stuck by the geometry? Would they get stuck by the geometry? We'll kind of jam it in a little bit closer. There we go. And just hope nobody slides down, because they might do that. Good. And we could probably add something else along here as well. Maybe a small shrub. I think the banana plants cause problems. I think the banana plants, if you try and jump over them, it gets a bit freaky. A little bit freaky deaky. But we got some other shrubs. We can just try some things out. So the nice thing about this is what we're doing is we're adding greenery to an area just inside the cave entrance. Then what we can do is rotate it over, out a little bit. There we go. And we're just kind of dressing this area. I just kind of don't want the leaves to be obviously cut off by the rocks. I don't think there's a way we're going to do it without that happening. Oh, at least not with that one. Alright, let's find something else. Aloe vera would work here. This might. Press R to rotate. I think she might be a bit big though. Let's move that out of the way. Is that going to work, or is that going to... if we move it back, I think that might actually work. Yep, that might work quite well. You don't really notice the leaf that is cut off, so that's not a problem. There we go. Cool. Is it cool though? It is cool. Nice. So it's these little details around the entrance. The other thing, the wind is going to be blowing through here, as is old time. No, yeah, the wind is going to be blowing through. So what we're going to do is read the height. We're going to change the size of the brush. Down. That's very small. We can't even see it. Whoop. Hello, brush. Right, okay. That's the smoothing brush. I want the read terrain height. Okay, I'm going to read it from this shallow bit of water here. The amount is not that great, so let's have a little brushy brush, see what happens. Let's go for a slightly larger size. Nice. Push it down a little bit there. Okay, I'm going to obviously have to smooth this off. Yeah, I think that's going to work quite nicely. So we'll push this back, creating a little sandy island. A little bit of wet sand there. Nice. Lots of bubbles, which are a bit of a problem, but if we bring this, crank that up a lot, change the amount, so all the amount, and then smooth this off, we'll lose a lot of that water ingress. And that's exactly what we wanted to do. And then smooth that in there. Cool, let's get a little bit closer and see what's going on. Hopefully, let's crank the amount up and rip the knob off. Hopefully that's going to take out some of those triangles. It did and also did not, because we were using set height. So we will change the size all the way down, hit lower, use a slightly smaller brush, and just tap around here, just to get rid of them triangles a little bit, or just in an attempt to do it. Also, because we were setting the height, we might have created everything a little bit too lovely. Right, so we're going to push that up. It's smooth and smooth back again. Cool. So I want the watery bits. I also want the little islandy bit. So we get rid of some of that now as we push it all back. Is that going to disappear backwards? It kind of is. Yep. There we go. The smooth tool. The last tool you'll ever need, because it's the last tool you should be using after moving the geometry around. Ah, brilliant. Right, okay, fine. So that's all smoothed out. There's a bit of a lump there, so let's smooth that out. And again, there. Are we hitting nodes in the texture mesh? Maybe, don't know. Right, so we'll come back here. And what we're going to do is just poke the camera in there, make sure it is actually everything we expected it to be. It is. Then we're going to come here to the cog, and we're going to go to time. I'm going to change the time. So the tide goes out. So the tide's out there, all the way out, and there's a lot of beach showing. Tide comes in, and the water comes up to here, but we've got this little islandlet thing here. Nice. Tide goes out, everything is dry. Tide comes in, everything is dark. Okay, so almost joins up. Okay, so we'll put the time about midday. Good. Little touches. But that's kind of cool. Right, brilliant. The other things we're going to need to do is make sure this is... can we add plants to this? We should be able to do something with this. Ficus 1, no, Ficus 2, Ficus 3, Ficus tree 2. Hello. What are you doing? Can we do something like this? Can we push you in? Can we hit the R key? Can we rotate? I think we can rotate. Is this going to work at all? Or is this going to be a mess? Probably the latter. Oh no. Oh no! Find the tree. In the geometry. We've moved the camera at an awkward angle, so we've got less objects between us and the actual tree itself. But if we let go, pop, it pops back onto something else there. Oh, this old chestnut. All right. Okay. So at least we know we can grab the tree. Well, we know what we're working with. At least we know what we're working with. Pop. There it goes. Pops back onto something else. I don't like that. I don't like it. We didn't tell it to pop onto something else. Okay. There we go. So we've got some greenery reaching out across the sea. Now, is that going to be good, or are we going to have to get rid of it? Because it's not good. Let's see what a player would see. Whoop. Let's stand in the cave. A bit of greenery there. Cool. And boom. We're in the sea. Let's come back. That will happen a lot. There's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah, I mean, it kind of works. Let's press T to bring it back a little bit. I'm not entirely sure. That might be better, mightn't it? Let's do this. Let's bring it up here slightly. There we go. Yeah, okay. I think we could probably work with this. We're going to have to. We got this very, very steep shoreline here. There's nothing we can do because boop, we are right next to the abyss. And trying to land anything here is going to be a fool's errand. So let's make it so that nobody thinks they should be landing anything there. Let's make it a inhospitable beach. So you're coming in from another zone, you're being chased by a shark. Oh no, it's a shark. And also, how do they chase me from island tile to island tile? This is crazy. Has there been an update to the game? Why are sharks sentient? I don't know. But we do know because we put them there. No, we're not putting sharks in this map. We could do. And there's nothing stopping anyone who downloads it putting a shark in as well. I just want these two trees not to be noticeably in the same orientation. Just want it to look slightly different. Cool. And then what we're going to do is grab a rock. Hello, rock. Items. Rock. No. Rocks. Oh, right. Of course rocks will be under rocks. We're going to see, and then we're going to jam that into the ground. Why are we going to do that? So that if you're coming on, I want to land my raft here. No, go find somewhere else to land your raft. It's not a safe place. Not a safe place in the slightest. Because we got some rock action going on there. So you can probably get out of the sea if you're walking along. Hello, I'm swimming along and I can get out of the sea here. Good, but trying to land a raft there is going to be a freaking nightmare. And that's exactly what we want because it's too steep. It's just too steep for people to land a raft there. Little touch, I know, but yeah. So Cliff 2, hello Cliff 2, how are you? We haven't seen you in a while. Boom. We're going to decorate offshore. We're going to take the terrain, and we're going to take the display ocean, and we're going to take that off. Oh look, we are right close to the abyss. This is the abyss. The abyssal plain. Wait, what is that from? Oh, it's from the ocean, the abyssal plain. I'm pretty sure that's what's in the sea. Anyway, we're going to put a couple of these in because they're cool. Do we need to? Is that too much? Much too much. Rotate. Cool. And if we go back to terrain, and here we go, display ocean. Hello. Yeah, maybe. Let's see if we can grab that as an object. Well, we need to be on objects first. There we go. There we go. There we go. I think that might be a little bit too high. Pop that down so it's in line with these little rocks here, and this can come out a little bit more and be in line with this stuff here. So they're not actually completely visible to each other unless you're out at sea. We'll do a little rotate as well, and we'll just kind of bring you out to here. We're going to turn the ocean off for a second time, just make sure you haven't disappeared off the edge. You have not disappeared off the edge. So we've got this little area that's at different heights, different rotations. Nice. We've added a second tree. We've added some rocks to say please don't land your raft here. We have the main attraction, the main show, and then we have the entrance, which now has plants and stuff in it. Cool. The outside of the cave has stuff going on. What we could do is go back to objects, get some of these big rocks and just pop them in the ground, do a little rotate. That's gonna be cool. Actually, just bring it up slightly, may as well. Cool. So we've got this little ski ramp style rock. Should we do the same thing on the other side? I feel we should probably do the same thing on the other side. Should we do this? This feels good. Alright. Yeah, I think that's actually quite nice that way. Good. What we can also do is, I was thinking about throwing something in here. Not sure about that. I'm not sure. But we probably do want another rock. Big rock 1. What are you looking like these days? You are looking spicy. if I had to describe you in one word, you would be spicy. So we'll pop you into the ground. Nice. So it just breaks up that ground texture, yo. Cool. We could probably do another one over here just because of the steepness of the terrain. Green is going to push you back in there. R and the red toggle is going to bring you out. Blue and a little bit of green and maybe a bit more green. Cool. T is going to bring you up and then back just to reposition you, and then we have our thing. I think R and the red. Yeah. Okay, cool. It's made a little beach there as well. Steep beach. The steepest beach. Probably don't want to be there. That's better. It's better. Whoop. Oh, camera. What are you doing? Oh, Master Wayne. Right. We're gonna need some trees. Trees. All the trees. Should we put pine trees here? Is a question. Did anyone ask? I don't know about the pine trees. Okay, this object. Well, I wish it said, instead of this object, I wish it said, do you want to delete pine tree 1 or pine tree 17 or something? Team 17. I think we could probably get away with them. Smaller ones at the top, bigger ones at the bottom. Just for kind of density. I think it's totally possible that we can do this. We are going to just drop them in the ground a little bit. There we go. I think we can only put 6 of each type, or is it 5 of each type? I can't remember. I cannot remember. So let's put the bigger ones further down. Are the bigger ones too big? I think the bigger ones might be too big for this island. Yeah. Unless we put them over here. I do like the... Alright, let's get rid of that one. Yes, goodbye. Goodbye! You can go down, and then a little cheeky rotate. Nice. Nice. Right, so we got 4 pines. 4 pines? We could put some pine smalls in. You kind of forget how small these islands actually are. They are not big in the slightest, because we're working on 4 separate, very small islands in a single island tile. So I'm just rotating them so they're not kind of facing the same way, and then I'm giving them a little just dropping them down into the earth a little bit more than they would normally be. So if we go and look at the stem, it should technically be in the ground, and it is just about. But if I press T, grab the green, then you know that it's in the ground. So throw a few of these in. Let's put a few more over here. So R gives you your rotate, and T gives you your transform, and make sure you're actually transforming the right thing, otherwise it's gonna be terrible. I'm putting these in as kind of decorative items, but knowing that a player might come along and go, you know, I need sticks, so they'll strip the island for sticks, and well, you know, they'll demolish everything. Everything will be gone. There'll be nothing left of your hard work. But that's not a problem. It's not a problem. So, what are we doing? We got yuccas we can throw in. Yuccas are always a good shout. You will need them, but we should probably... So here's the problem. Do you put the resource plants in as you're building an island, or do you put them at the end so you don't forget anything? It's a valid question. I'm going to put them in now, because they can also be used as a structural item. So there's a yucca there. And I don't mind putting in too many yuccas these days because of the change in the water gathering update. And it kind of necessitated the need for lots and lots of plants that are going to give you leaves, what you can harvest to turn into rope and to turn into water. So they're a multi-use resource now, which... don't know. I'm sure it'll change again in the future. Everything is subject to change. So we're throwing some plants down. It's nice to have the big structural ones in the trees and everything. It's nice to have in the ficuses to break all the rocks and things up that we threw in last time. Young palms. We could throw some palms around. I think that would probably be a good idea. We do have this side of the island that we haven't really done anything with. So we have greenery there, we have greenery here. I think we're going to have greenery over there as well. And then put palm trees and stuff around these central islands. I think that's probably the way we should do it. Still not sure about this bit though. I kind of want to grab... Let's click terrain objects. Oh no, let's just go click on terrain, because we need that. That's terrain brush though. So what can we do here? Well, set terrain height, change the amount down because it's an inherited slider, and just bring stuff up around here. Nice. Let's read it from here and push it down through here. Also nice. Read it from here. And then push it in over here slightly. Yeah. Cool. Almost separating the island. Then smooth. Jazz. Smooth. Jazz? Question mark? Yeah, let's push that through there. So we'll smooth like a crazy man. Nice. What we can also do is change the time of day and just see what happens with the water. It doesn't separate that. It does disappear quite far out though. So we're essentially midday here. If we change the tide to, that's low tide, that's high tide just there. All right. So let's use raise and lower, make sure lower's on, make sure the amount's down, size needs to be a bit smaller. And I kind of like the idea of the water coming in here at low tide. So let's do it. Let's do it. Let's get some smoothing action on. So brush is a lot bigger, amount is all the way up. And just make sure there's no awkward geometry and awkward triangles and bits and pieces that usually come from playing around with these types of brushes. Cool. Brushing back, brushing back, brushing back. Nice. So what I'm looking for is obviously is if we change the time of day now. Yeah, look at that. So that entire area becomes shiny sand, but dry sand. And then at high tide, it's water comes in, so you'll be splashing around. Doesn't quite cut it off, but it does change. Let's see, tide in, small island, tide out, lots of sand. So we'll just change it so we've got plenty of light to work with. I like that. I do like that. Okay, cool. So what we're going to do here is throw some objects, and we're going to go back to the rocks, rocky rocks, because we need them. We do need them. They're kind of useful if you're thinking, what I'd like here is a bit of change in the terrain, but I don't really want to start brushing the stuff around. I just want to have stuff that things can grow up against, or will be interesting for the player if they come along here and are just running along. They want something to jump up on. They're like, yeah, I think a little rock would be good. You might not make that noise because that's a silly noise to make, and now you're thinking, well, you know what? It is a silly noise, but I'm not too worried. Neighbours aren't going to hear. Not from their house. I was just trying to think, where would they be? What are my neighbours? Well, a bunch of kids and some horses. But then I guess some people might be living in either like more remote places. If you live in Siberia, where are your nearest neighbours? I don't even know what country is close to Siberia. Japan, maybe? Is that... You got Japan, you got China? Wow. Imagine having to literally walk to another country to find your nearest neighbours. It's like, hi neighbours, the postman came and they dropped off your package and you went home, so I said, yeah, no, I'll totally pick it up. And they were thousands of miles away. That'd be weird. Speaking of not being weird, we are going to be placing I think we need a big ficus here. We probably need a world tree here. So I'm looking for the ficus. Palm. We're going to put some palms down. But in order to... Small ficus. Big ficus. There we go. It's really tricky with this particular island because it's really hard to see just how small it actually is. It's so strange. I want that big branch over the beach, so we're going to push you back, bring you in here, actually push you into the corner. We're going to have to do something with this. I don't like this rock here particularly. Let's press R, rotate you around to get rid of some of that length. Nice, that's much better. We'll grab a big ficus. Again, press T, jam you down into the ground, and then bring you back so you are in fact a world tree. Excellent. Make sure we got the right ficus selected. Do we have the right ficus selected? I don't think we do. Yeah, that's the one with the thing over the beach. It is the one with the thing over the beach. That's a rock in the distance. Let's put the camera in a way that... Okay, that's the other ficus. Ooh. What is it? It's kind of... Maybe? I can't tell anymore. I don't think it's too bad. Whatever we've done is actually fine, so that's cool. I'm just not feeling this rock, you know? I'm just not feeling it. Right, let's go back to rocks. Trees, rocks, big rock 2, hello. It might actually be a time to shine. Maybe we were using big rock 2. Let's get rid of it. What we can do is use one we don't usually use. Boom. You're in the ground. You're over here. You're now... oh, that's actually quite nice. That is quite nice. Ah, wonderful. And then we'll use one of these small rocks and drop you down here. And just kind of hit R to rotate. T? Where are you, T? There you go. Nice. And you've created a little... I mean, it's the same as soundbar, but there's some rocks. And you can get your plants out, and you can be like, you know what this needs? A little nana plant, just that, right there, just throwing it in there. Cool, beautiful little nana plant. And then you can say, you know what? Nobody's got anything to eat on this island, so you're like, okay, we need. Where's the koala tree? Little koala tree, just there. Just there. Nice. And then it's like, well, what about pee-pee? Because what happens if you get poisoned? Oh, okay. You get your little pee-pee. In fact, we could put a pee-pee down here. There we go. Nice. And we'll get something else just to make up the... That's a ficus. Little ficus. I don't think I want that one. What about this one? Yeah, a little ficus, but I don't think... too much ficus leaves. Too many ficus leaves, sorry. Driftwood pile is actually quite nice. Pop it there. Just for some resources while we think about it. Aloe vera. Haven't got aloe vera yet. What about this guy? This guy looks nice. I think I'll put him there. Give him a little rotate. Press T. Drag it down to the ground a little bit. Move him over to this rock. Just leaves are just kind of touching it. Nice. I think that's kind of decent. And we can also throw something in there just to make it... Do we need any items? Farming hoe, fishing rod, food rations. I think those are the new ones. All the medical stuff. Don't need any of that. I think not. Let's not do that. Structures. Is there anything here we could put in the ground? I mean, we could, but it starts to make it quite difficult for... I think we're going to go back to rocks, you know? Just something dark side. Something complete. There we go. Just needed... Whoop, press T. There we go. Just need something just here. There we go. Cool. So we got some rocks, got some plants, not too much going on there. Got some more plants. Got some more rocks, and we've decorated offshore as well. So it's like, don't put your raft here, but do put your raft here where it's nice and shallow. Cool. It's starting to look a lot like Christmas. And an island. Which is good. Which is very good. Ooh, these shoreline rocks are actually quite a nice addition to any island. I do like these particular ones. And we can use those to continue the rocks from the cave entrance. So we'll put some there. I kind of, because that looks a bit awkward there. So why don't we put one in there as well, just on the headland. So that's going to upset anyone who happens to be trying to sail a boat in here, but at the same time, it also gives you something nice to stand on and watch the sunset and sunrise. So that's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Very shallow water there. I think another set of rocks there, and I think we're done for the shoreline rocks. Yeah. Yeah, I think that will work. I think that will work quite well. Okay, cool. The other thing we might want to do just real quick, is to throw some palms down. Young palms, we need the palm tree. Palm 1, tree 4. Do we want the big palm trees? Are they going to get in the way? We can put them on the headlands. Is the tide in or out? It's kind of intermediate, I think, at the moment. So we'll throw some around. Throw some on the headlands. That'll do. I think more on one side of the island than the other. I think that's probably the order of the day here. Yeah, I think that's probably the order of the day. Right, okay, so palm 2. Palm 2 can just be like over here. And oh, the other thing we can do is pop them here as well. Just snuggled into the cliff edges, just to fill those little nooks and crannies. I don't think we're going to be able to do it all over the place. I don't think we're going to be able to do it all over the place, but we can do it here and there. It's a nice little touch because it goes in front of the rocks, and it serves the same purpose as putting plants or trees and stuff. It's just it kind of takes. So hang on a minute, let's take it that way. Delete the object. Yeah, here we got a bit of cliff. It looks like a bit of cliff that we've placed. It's kind of there. We put a tree in front of it, and it suddenly looks a little bit more interesting. Just as a whole unit, it gives the eyes something to settle on, and you think, oh no, that's actually a bit more natural, which is nice, real nice. We can also put a tree here, because if we change the time of day, that is dry right there, just there, which is kind of cool. Display ocean can be on, and we'll change back to middle of the day. Do we want a tree there? Yeah, we do. We absolutely do. We'll leave it there. Cool. Another palm here, I think. Press R. You can only rotate it horizontally, so that's fine. It's not a problem. Palm 4 is a little palm. You can throw in here and there. So one section palms. Yeah, I do like putting them as pairs as well. Just sort of pairing them up. So it's like, oh yeah, well that's where the fruit fell. That's why there's 2 of them there. So we'll do that. We can do this. And then we'll put a few palm 3s around as well. So put one here. Leaving open, of course, any sort of passages along the beach. So passages, along beachy areas. So we'll just change the time of day real quick, because it's going to be in the water. It's going to be in the water. I don't really want it to be in the water, that's the thing. Okay, let's grab that, press T. Pull that back to... I don't want it blocking the cave entrance. Okay. Rethinking this. Let's get rid of those 2. Sorry. But at this time of day, it's just getting in the way of everything that we have created. Let's change the day back to midday. And go back to objects and grab another palm 2, put them there. little bit of a rotate. And we will grab palm 3 and put it next to it, just up the hill slightly, doing a little spin. Can do the same thing if I put that in there. Boop. So we've got some palm trees around the end of the island, we've got some palm trees in the island. Don't need to go too crazy, I don't think. I think that looks a lot better than it was. Now that it's kind of been dressed, the pine trees look fine. They look fine. I think we could probably even put in, I still think we could put in another pine tree. Just on the end there. But I just think that the height might be a little bit too much. But you know what? We can always bring it down. There we go. Little R, rotate. In fact, you can actually, rotate them all the way over. So if you wanted them to be knocked over and filling in a gorge or a valley or something, you could totally do that. I think that would look good there. I don't think we can get away with another. I'm sure we can't get away with another one. I'll leave it there, and if it doesn't feel right, then we'll get rid of it. Bearing in mind that most people are going to view it from about this height, so they're going to be looking up at it anyway. They're not really going to be flying around the island, unless they get a gyrocopter, in which case, yeah, they're going to be flying around the island. Did I think about that? Did I think about it? Yeah, no, we have thought about it, and we have discussed it, and we've said to ourselves, you know what, it makes sense. Well, we've done a lot. It doesn't feel like we've done a lot, but by dressing this island, what we'll do is we'll leave it, we'll come back to it, like we did with the other islands. So we can start working on a 4th island and giving that a little going over. That'd be nice. I've kind of got a vague idea of what I want to do with it, but it'll become more apparent when we start playing around with it. Another island, probably another wreck. Maybe we can go further up, so it gives the players something to stand on top of. I'm thinking lots of cliffs and raising it up further than we've gone before. But you know what? For the time being, I'm going to leave it there. So if you're liking this, definitely leave a little like, leave a subscribe. And if you do subscribe, click the little bell, because that'll give you notifications when videos go live. And you know what? I'll catch you next time.